Battle of the Bulge, 1944 to 1945. Snow fills the frame. Huge flakes whipping sideways, carried by an icy wind that roars like a freight train. In the whiteness, tracer rounds scream past, the red streaks tearing through the storm. Kerrigan stumbles into view, breath exploding from his mouth in quick bursts. M1 Garand tight in his grip. He hits the frozen ground, face first into the snow, and finds himself eye to eye with a dead American soldier whose helmet lies a foot away, jaw hanging slack, frost clinging to his lashes. A shell slams into the earth 20 yards away, the blast throwing up a geyser of mud and snow. The impact rattles his bones, ears ringing. He scrambles forward, slipping, until a hand grabs his collar and yanks him behind a half-buried log. Rossi's face is red from the cold, stubble iced over, Thompson SMG cradled against his chest. Move your ass, Kerrigan, off the road. Kerrigan's boots punch into deep drifts as Rossi drags him toward the tree line. Muzzle flashes strobe through the forest ahead, the staccato rip of an MG-42 chewing through the air. Snow explodes in little puffs where the rounds hit. Rossi signals with 2 fingers, palm down, stay low, and they crawl. Kerrigan's gloves are stiff with ice, knuckles numb, but the cold can't hide the shake in his hands. "You see Baker Squad?" Rossi murmurs, peering through the trees. Kerrigan scans the gray haze. Negative. A mortar round whistles overhead and lands close. Wet thud, followed by a concussive blast that showers them in frozen earth and wooden splinters. Rossi wipes snow from his eyes. Cut left through the gully. Keep your helmet on. Shrapnel's taking more guys than bullets. They break into a crouched sprint, slipping down into the shallow cut, almost colliding with Hauser, crouched behind a tree with his bar propped on a root. "They're flanking from the west," Hauser says, his breath fogging the air. "I'm low on mags." "Ow." Rossi tosses him a bandolier. "Hold here. I'll link with the others. Come back around." Hauser nods, pressing his cheek against the cold stock of the bar as he sights down the gully. Kerrigan and Rossi push on, moving fast through the snow. The wind carries the smell of smoke, burnt wood and cordite, and ahead a shape emerges. A stone farmhouse, windows blown out, roof half collapsed. Kerrigan enters first, rifle up. The floor is covered in shattered glass, and snow drifts in through the gaping holes in the walls. In the back room, 3 wounded men lie against the wall, bandages already soaked dark red. One is missing a boot, his bare foot wrapped in a rag that's stiff with frozen blood. "We can't move him in this," Kerrigan says low. Rossi glances back toward the sound of distant machine gun fire. "We're not leaving him either." "You cover." Kerrigan kneels at the doorway, sights aimed through the storm. Movement. 3 white-smocked figures advancing at a crouch, rifles ready. "Contact east tree line," he shouts, firing. The Garand bucks against his shoulder, the sharp ping of the clip ejecting after 8 rounds. The Germans drop, firing back, bullets tearing into the stone wall, sending chips into the air. Rossi drags one of the wounded toward the gully, snow kicking up around them from the incoming fire. Kerrigan slaps a new clip in, chambers around, keeps firing. 2 Germans go down, the 3rd vanishes into the storm. He runs after Rossi, breath ragged, and together they pull the last wounded man into the gully, where Hauser is still firing bursts from the bar. Brass casings piling in the snow. Rossi checks his watch. It's glass cracked. 30 minutes before they close this sector. We'll move now. Kerrigan's chest heaves. His fingers are so numb he fumbles the reload. Rossi smacking his hands to get them moving. "You keep moving. You live. You freeze up. You're a corpse in the snow." Kerrigan nods, jaw tight, and they push on. The blizzard swallows them, visibility dropping to yards, head muffled shouts in German. Rossi signals, halt, then gestures wide.
They fan out, stepping slow, rifles up.
A flare bursts overhead, bathing the snow in red light. Shadows leap and stretch. Kerrigan sees 3 enemy soldiers in a shallow foxhole. He drops to a knee and fires twice. One goes down, the other 2 scramble. Rossi moves in, Thompson rattling short bursts, clean and quick. They keep moving, cutting between splintered pines. Past a frozen ditch where a half-track sits abandoned, its crew frozen stiff where they fell. The sound of 50 cal fire echoes somewhere ahead. Friendlies. Rossi speeds up. The wounded men stumble. Kerrigan and Hauser dragging them one by one. Every step is a fight against the snow, against the cold, against the thought that the next shell could land right on them. A shell does land close, so close Kerrigan tastes dirt in his mouth. His ears are ringing again, but Rossi's voice cuts through, hard and urgent. 200 yards. Let's go. They crest a low ridge and see Baker's squad dug in, weapons bristling. An American sergeant waves them in. The last 30 yards are a blur of snow and shouting, men pulling them into the line. Kerrigan collapses against a sandbag wall, rifle across his knees, chest heaving, eyes wide. For the first time in hours, there is a moment of stillness. But the distant thump of artillery reminds them it's only temporary. Rossi drops beside him, checking his Thompson, eyes scanning the tree line. "Get warm," he says. "You're not done yet." Kerrigan stares into the snow, breath slowing, and for a moment, he almost forgets the cold, until the next whistle of incoming fire screams overhead.